daughter number 4 came into town, and we spent some time working on the mobile barber shop camping trailer. Here's a quick review. This trailer here is for daughter number 4. She's covering the costs, and she hasn't quite figured out what she's going to use it for. Camping, mobile barber shop, mobile barbers while she's camping. Don't know. Anyway, she calls me the other day. She's coming out to visit. She wanted to book 2 days of my time. She knows I keep pretty busy, so I said, hey, no problem. So for 2 days, her and I worked together on this. I'll put a picture up here of what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like after. We made really, really good progress. This is just a quick video. I'm not going to show you all the stuff here. Matter of fact, I'm not going to show you any of this stuff because, well, it's done. I showed you all that stuff when I did up front. And putting this in is the same as putting this in, is the same as putting this in. It gets repetitive and boring pretty quick. So let me pull you off the stand here. I'll walk you around and I'll show you what we've done, and only on this side here. And then after that, I'm gonna do a little styrofoam. I'm gonna start putting the styrofoam in the pockets, and we'll get the skin back on this thing. That's not going to be in this video. I'll show you some of the putting the styrofoam in and what the plan is for that. But other than that, just a quick little video on just an update. Let's get to work. Well, what turned out to be a quick update turned into quite a bit of a project. I now have the front and the passenger side of the unit completely re-insulated and sealed up. Wanted to go over a couple things with you about the techniques and stuff like that I used. What I figured out along the way. One, foam. I'm using styrofoam. And the first question is, well, do you put the foil side in or the foil side out? The answer to that question is, where do you want the heat? Do you want the heat in or do you want the heat out? If you want the heat out, this rig's going to Texas. Definitely want the heat out. You put the foil out. So that was question one. Question two, how do you cut it? I tried a couple of different methods. I got them right here. Here is, if you remember my chicken dispatching video, this is what I use to dispatch chickens. Instead of coming up with some artsy-fartsy, fancy knife thing, I bought a box of these box cutters, and dispatched a lot of chickens with them. They get dull, you throw it away and you grab another one. And when you did, I think we've done 75 chickens this year. When you're in the middle of it, you don't want to stop and sharpen a knife. Anyway, not a sponsor. I buy the box. Second thing I tried, so first thing I tried was just those knives, just the box cutters, trying to slit it, and the insulation's 1.5 inches thick. Didn't work well. Does it work? Yeah. Could I have used it? Yeah. I'd still be working on it. Decided to try something else. So I've got some drywall knives, but the tooth and pitch and kerf on those is real thick, and you make a big mess. So I switched it up to a hacksaw blade and a holder, and the mess is still substantial. Can you get it done? Sure. You probably have one of these in your tool bag? Sure. Knock it out. I'm just letting you know that there's gonna be a mess. So what I did is I went online and I bought one of these, and I bought the cheapest. And what I mean by cheapest, I mean 20 bucks delivered. It's, you plug it into the wall, the little hot wire thing here, which is about 1/8 inch thick, gets hot, and you melt it. The problem is, I'm on my 3rd tip. They call them needles. I'm on my 3rd needle, and yeah, they just pop out and pop in, but it only comes with 6 needles, and you can't buy replacements. So, not the greatest quality, but this works, and I think in one of my, previously in this video I show you, you just work it down and you take your time. Don't crank this way up. If you crank it way up, you burn up needles. So anyway, for me this was the way to go. It really cut down on the mess. Next thing, how do you seal it up? So you cut it and you fit it. If you want to take the time and fit this stuff absolutely perfect, knock yourselves out. I don't have that level of patience. What I did is first I started using caulking, putting caulking in, caulking all the seams. Not happy with the results. First of all, it's 1.5 inches thick, and if you don't put it all the way in and fill it, okay, not happy with the results. So I had a roll of Tyvek seam tape. And if you don't know what Tyvek is, when they're building a house, then it's wood one day and the next day it's white and it says Tyvek on it. That's a moisture vapor barrier stuff. And it gets sealed up with seam tape, Tyvek seam tape. So I had a roll of it. It was on the shelf, it was already paid for. So I started using it, very happy with it. My concern was over time would it stick? Well, just to let you know, I don't think I have fingerprints right now because it's literally pulled them off. The stuff is like really sticky. And I did an overlap here. So here's wood. I don't want it to be relying on its adhesion to the wood. I know it's going to stick to the foil forever. I know it's going to stick to itself forever. So I did that. Anyway, that's my lessons learned. That's what I figured out in this video. I'm going to take a break from this for a little bit, getting ready to go on the inside. I can't close up the outside until I do the inside. Why can't I do that? Because you've got electrical and lights and wiring, and it's accessible from the outside, not accessible from the inside. So if you do the inside and you put the lights up and the lights don't work, you need to have access to it. So not going to put the metal on the outside. I've got the front done and this side done. When I do the electrical, I'll focus on the electrical on these 2 sides. When it's good to go, I'll put the sheet metal back on the outside. Other than that, my next project, I got a buddy, Mike, the guy that helped us with the chickens, has, believe it or not, he has the same Kubota as we do. He owns a campground, and when you own a campground, you have to fill propane bottles. When you fill propane bottles, if you get someone that's going to be there for a while, they may have a 100-pounder. What's a 100-pounder? It's a big one. He wants a carrier that can mount in the back of his Kubota that will make it easier to transport these, because once they're full, I'll have to look it up. Go look at this next video on, and it'll be a week or two before it's out, but I'll put all the specs on what this stuff weighs in there. So anyway, thanks for watching. We made a lot of progress. Is it perfect? Nope, but we did make progress.